Hi everyone, welcome back to story time for another chapter. We are going to be reading chapter 3 today. If you watched yesterday's video, yesterday's chapter was called The Road, and today's chapter is called Oranges. And we kind of talked about how it was a strange title for a chapter and that we can't wait to read to find out why it's called Oranges. So if you haven't watched the previous video, please go and check that one out before you watch this one, because obviously you won't know what is happening. So chapter 3. On they walked. The sun was low down now, and there was a strong smell of oranges coming from rows and rows of orange trees behind barbed wired fences. As far as they could see, there were orange trees with dark green leaves and bright round fruit. Oranges were sweet and wonderful to taste, and they didn't have them often. The children looked at each other. "Do you think we could?" Tiro began, but Naledi was already carefully pushing apart the barbed wire, edging her body through. "Keep watch," she ordered Tiro. She was on tiptoes, stretching for an orange, when they heard, "Hey, you!" Who might it be? Naledi dropped down, then dashed for the fence. Tiro was holding the wires for her. She tried to scramble through, but it was too late. A hand grasped her and pulled her back. Naledi looked up and saw a young boy, her own age. "What are you doing?" he demanded. He spoke in Swana, their own language. "The white farmer could kill you if he sees you. Don't you know he has a gun to shoot thieves?" "We're not thieves. We've been walking all day and we're very hungry. Please don't call him," Naledi pleaded. The boy looked more friendly now and asked where they came from. So they told him about Dinio and how they were going to Johannesburg. The boy whistled. "Phew, so far." He paused. "Look, I know a place where you can sleep tonight and where the farmer won't find you. Stay here and I'll take you there when it's dark." Naledi and Tiro glanced at each other, still a little nervous. I wonder if they trust him. Think about it. Would you trust this boy? "Don't worry. You'll be safe waiting here. The farmer has gone inside for his supper," the boy reassured them. Then he grinned. "But if you eat oranges, you must hide the peels well, or there will be big trouble. We have to pick the fruit, but we're not allowed to eat it." He turned and ran off, calling softly, "See you later." "Can we stay here for the night?" Tiro asked. Naledi wasn't too sure if they should. I don't think she trusts him yet. Let's see. "It can go badly if the farmer finds us. Remember what happened to Paleng's brother?" When Paleng's brother had been caught taking a millie, the poor boy had been whipped until he couldn't stand up anymore. Now, a millie or miley, it means corn on the cob. "But we can leave early in the morning before the farmer is even up, can't we?" "Well, I expect we must sleep somewhere or we'll be too tired to walk tomorrow," Naledi agreed slowly. So Tiro slipped through the barbed wire and together they picked some oranges. It seemed a bit safer now that it was getting darker. 4 larger oranges were enough for Naledi, but Tiro kept on picking and eating more. "You'll be sick if you stuff yourself like that," warned his sister. Still, he took no notice until suddenly he clutched his tummy. "Oh," he groaned. Naledi just said, "What did I tell you? Come on, we must hide the peels." With 2 sharp stones, they began to dig a hole. Tiro made odd little grunts from his pain in his tummy, but he dug even though the ground was hard and dry. After burying the peel and filling up the hole, they searched around for stones and dry leaves to cover over the freshly dug soil. They sat close together, shivering a little from the night chill. Naledi had begun to wonder if the boy really would return when they heard the sound of soft running footsteps. The shape in the dark was that of the boy worker. "Come," he beckoned, and began to lead the way through rows and rows of orange trees. They stumbled along, hardly able to see, but at last they came to a shed. "You'll be warm with the sacks," the boy said quietly as he let them in. Then, shyly, he took out a tin plate from under a sack. "I brought you a little pap. I'm sorry, but that's all we got here most days." Now, pap means porridge. It's another word for porridge. Thank you, Tira and Naledi whispered. "Sala Sento," said the boy as he slipped away in the dark. Sala Sento means goodbye in Tswana. "Samaya Sento," came the reply from the shed. And Samaya Sento means go well. So leave safely, basically. Great, and that is chapter 3. Now, I think it's clear why it's called Oranges. They clearly met this boy by going into this farmer's fields and collecting the oranges. Now, I want you to continue thinking about whether you trust him and why you trust him, okay? And whether you think he will be an important part in the story. Do you think we're going to keep seeing him throughout the story, or do you think he's just a character in chapter 3? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this chapter, and I hope you come back for chapter 4 tomorrow. Bye.